To the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6, and it reads, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not in trouble, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet." The book of Matthew 24, verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." This is the prophet Joel. Chapter 3, verse 9, it says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Shalom." First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Bakar Kadash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh. And his only begotten Son, Ba'Hashem, and the name of Mashiach Kabashai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashma Kadash Lutan. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out. The rising tensions are heating up between the Venezuelan armies and the United States armies, and the tensions between the president of the United States, Donald Trump, and the president of Maduro, and the Venezuelan president. So the tensions are heating up between both nations. And this is a video clip that I want to show forth on CNN on YouTube. And this was published, I would say, like 30, 40 minutes ago. As I mentioned before, the tensions are heating up down there in Latin America between the nations of the United States armies versus Venezuelan armies. I meant to say, it published about 2 hours ago from CNN. As it says, 2 Venezuelan military aircrafts flew near U.S. Navy vessels, Pentagon says.
Well, it has been a week of rapid escalation between U.S. and Venezuela, and we've been bringing it to you every day on the show. Amid the Trump administration's, of course, war on drug cartels. Today, the U.S. announced sending 10 fighter jets to Puerto Rico as it looks to bolster its presence in the region. On Thursday, 2 Venezuelan military aircraft flew near a U.S. Navy vessel in international waters, in a move the Pentagon is calling highly provocative. And that same day, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said, quote, "There is a possibility, to remember, of stationing U.S. military personnel in Ecuador." And these latest movements and developments come after U.S. strike on a Venezuelan speedboat that the Trump administration claims was carrying drugs that killed 11 people, and that happened on Tuesday. Meanwhile, sources say the Pentagon abruptly cancelled classified briefings on the deadly strike that was scheduled for today. And the attack is fueling suspicions in Caracas that Washington is attempting to topple the regime of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. The U.S. accuses President Maduro of involvement in trafficking drugs, a charge he vehemently denies. I want to bring in Stefano Pozzavon in Venezuela's capital in Caracas. And Stefano, give us a sense then of what Maduro is saying regarding these 2 military aircraft that flew very close to a U.S. vessel. Give me, what are they telling you? The U.S., you heard what the U.S. is saying, highly provocative.
Yes, indeed, Isa. I think that in this crisis there are 2 dimensions. On one side is the confrontation between the United States and the Maduro government. I think we've passed the point of the inflammatory rhetoric of the discourse. We've seen that the US is willing to take decisive action and, frankly, killed 11 Venezuelans on the allegations that they were carrying drugs in a speedboat cruising across the Caribbean Sea. And that, of course, has been protested by the Maduro government. They have also protested the recent deployment of US Navy at large. They did not address the incident with the 2 F-16 fighter jets, which of course are American-made, so in a way trying to add even insult to injury. When we asked them, they pointed out, however, that several countries in the Caribbean community of the CELAC protested the deployment of the Navy. So that is a big geopolitical aspect in this story. And on the other side, you have everyday Venezuelans who are trying, in one way or another, to go on with their day. It is a country that is still grappling with the dramatic economic conditions, of course, and where most of the people, however they do, would like to see a change in government, at least here in Caracas. They are also very aware that the US has put pressure on Maduro in the past and are not believing that this time is any different. We were able to speak with a fisherman, for example. His name is Eduardo, and he's one of the people that actually need to take on his boat and go into the Caribbean Sea to try fish up, to bring food to the table for his family, frankly. This is what he told us just yesterday, Lisa.
Work has not stopped for these artisanal fishermen, says Eduardo Loa. You can be a bit nervous, of course, but we still have to go out fishing. Otherwise, what are we going to eat? Authorities have not issued warnings to keep these boats at bay. And with Venezuela's economy still in dire straits, nobody can afford an idle day. Small-scale fishermen like Uloa normally stay within 20 nautical miles from the coast. They hardly risk encounters with the US flotilla, but still spend hours at sea without any comms. You stand up on the boat and look around, all you see is the sky and the sea.
And Isa, make no mistake that this is a country that Maduro still rules under an iron fist. Just in the last 12 months, more than 100, I think it's 106 political opponents have been detained, and that's what we're hearing from human rights groups. So you can understand why, even though many people here are hoping for a change in government, they're definitely not the ones cheering up a foreign intervention, at least at this time. But do stay tuned in Venezuela, because I think this is a story that will give us more and more to talk about in the future. Isa?
Absolutely. So many detained, millions of others have left the country. A very good story for us to cover, important story for us to be on, of course. Thank you very much indeed, Stefano.
There's a